it's like when you have like half tank is like when it's almost half tank and it's like it's not half tank yet, but it's really half tank. I mean, number one, they lost to Indianapolis because that defense really came to play. Indy has always had a good defense.
Yeah.
And that team would have been even better if Andrew Luck would have not retired. But that defense really stepped up. And I felt like Houston really found out, based on that game, they were exposed a little bit, and they were able to do really good in covering the Chiefs, which is not an easy task, covering the Chiefs like how they did.
I'm still picking them to go, to the very least, very deep in the playoffs.
But what is easy to do on the Chiefs is score touchdowns, because the Chiefs defense is very trash. But, bro, ACC champion, dog.
Yeah?
Deshaun Watson, like, he's just as good as Pat. I mean, I've seen him do, like, crazy throws, like, behind the back. Oh, not behind the back. Like, across the body. Like, he could snake-eye throw, too. It's just not as, like, baseball form as Mahomes.
Mahomes I keep comparing Mahomes to John Elway because that's what he reminds me of.
He reminds me of Marino.
No.
It's just me being biased, but...
No, like
really
I love Marino, but Marino was a technical quarterback. Beautiful drop back, beautiful form, the whole thing. But Elway wasn't. Elway would drop back, sloppy, sidearm that shit 3/4 down the field, and fucking score a touchdown.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
So to me, I think Patrick Mahomes, if he doesn't win it this year, he's going to eventually be a Super Bowl quarterback, or Super Bowl winning quarterback at that. But he's in his second year, right?
Technically his third. Technically his second. Technically his third. Because this is the second full year that he's playing, but this is his third year with the Chiefs.
Okay, so he's a third-year quarterback, right? This is about time where he starts really getting tested, right?
Yeah.
So it's normal for people to see where they're coming from and all this other crap. But I'm excited to see him grow. And I'm still picking the Chiefs to go super deep in the playoffs. I think their defense is still a liability. But other than that, they can throw up 40 points on any team.
With that being said, bro, there's a reason why I want to be able to finish my errands tonight very quickly, because tonight the Chiefs and the Broncos play. So I want to be able to catch at least halftime, bro. But it's going to be a great game tonight, Thursday Night Football. The Chiefs and Broncos. I recommend everybody to sit there and watch the Hall of Famer, Patrick Mahomes.
That's right. Anyway, NFL has competition starting next fall, dude.
Ooh, XFL?
They had the draft.
Stop it, bro.
They're going to be on prime time.
Starting receiver for the Montreal Expos or whatever. This is sound like a baseball team. T.O.
Dude.
Come on, bro.
Bro.
Let me finish with this. This is going to go back to Miami Dolphins roots right here. Guess who's now the starting quarterback for the Tennessee Titans?
Tannehill.
He was... This nigga's face was like, what? They benched Marcus Mariota on Monday, bro. They benched him and now they're going to start Tanny this week. Everybody's like, Tanny's the truth. And I'm like, no, it's not. Take it from a Dolphins fan.
Thing is, I still think he's the truth. I just think we didn't have the line to protect him, dude.
So he got sacked 30 times in one game. Okay.
30 times?
Dak got sacked 18 times last game, and he still was able to put up 4 touchdowns and 1 pick. Not what Tannehill. Tannehill would have done 3 touchdowns and 4 picks. That's the difference.
I like how you have turned your love for Tannehill to hatred. You are worse than a Sith Lord.
I waited 5 years for something to happen and nothing. I wasted 5 years of my life. I even bought a Tanny jersey, bro. Done.
RT17, bro.
That's all right, man. Anyways.
He's probably going to get sacked like 10 times. They're going to put Patrick Mariota right back in.
Bro, he's going to get killed.
And you was calling it, whatever.
Here's the deal. I think 2 weeks ago they put him in the game. They didn't start him, but like I guess Mariota got hurt for like a little bit. They put him in the game and he threw 2-3 picks. So, I mean... But yeah, bro. NBA news.
Well, let's hold off on NBA. Oh, just because there's a lot of NBA controversy going on right now that I want to touch later.
Okay.
Because we're going to dive in kind of deep into that because it involves politics and stuff like that.
I got you.
But WWE, man. There's two major fighters in the WWE that are currently going to be competing. One has a contract. One has a one-fight contract with the WWE. Let's start with Cain Velasquez.
So, he's an MMA fighter.
He is.
Was there not a Cain Velasquez that was in the WWE back in the day?
No. There's a Cain, as in the big red machine.
Right.
But Cain Velasquez, former UFC heavyweight champion, is now officially has a multi-year contract for multi-million dollars with the World Wrestling Entertainment.
Dude, isn't that easy money?
For him, yes. For him. It is easy money compared to fighting real men. Like
right. I don't have to get knocked out today. Nice.
But it's also super hard work on the body. So you have to, you're still taking the falls. You're still taking the bumps. You know, some people work stiff. Some people don't. I'm sure because of his star power, they're going to take care of him. But, yeah, he's supposed to be taking on Brock on a match here in the next month or so.
Brock Lesnar?
Brock Lesnar. And they're working a pretty good angle, you know.
What's the story behind that? Wasn't Cain Velasquez
the guy who beat Brock Lesnar
in
MMA? So they're using that angle in the WWE to make Brock Lesnar, meet again. Yeah, it's a really good angle.
Who do you think is going to win that one? I think
probably
Lesnar
Brock. Probably Brock.
He has to avenge himself, and this is his field.
Or he'll drop it, and then they'll fight again in WrestleMania, and then he'll beat him in WrestleMania,
which is the big or SmackDown.
No, well, SmackDown's weekly, so they're not going to do it. No.
Okay.
So what he'll probably do is Kane will probably beat him in a
just like a Wednesday or something.
No, he'll beat him in the pay-per-view that's coming up, right? Okay. And then since Brock Lesnar, he's really smart when it comes to wrestling and storylines, he'll book himself in a way where he's like, well, I lost this, but I'm going to come back even harder, and I'm going to be the big bad motherfucker. And he'll probably be the guy to get the nod on the biggest show of the year, which is what really matters, right?
Right.
A little pay-per-view, nobody cares. But if you do it in WrestleMania, that shit hits every news angle, which is what he wants. That way he comes back with, well, I just got you guys, so many pay-per-view numbers or whatever.
So I don't know if I'm being more exposed into this wrestling world once again since the early 2000s, late 80s. And when I say early, I mean 2000, not 2001.
Latest 2002, maybe?
No, latest would be 2001. The emergence of Cena. But I feel like it's kind of blown up a little bit.
Bro, it's the best. This is the best time in the last 20 years to be a wrestling fan.
I think so.
I mean, with the emergence of AEW.
Some nostalgia going on.
A lot of nostalgia. WWE going back to Friday nights. It's a lot of great stuff happening. But we also got the biggest personality in boxing.
Man. Well,
doing a one-time deal with the WWE. Jeez. The gem-seeking.
Yo, how much is
the lineal heavyweight champion of the world?
Lineal. The man
Tyson.
That what?
The what?
The man that what? Beat the man that...
The man that beat the man that beat the man that beat the man.
That beat the man.
Tyson Fury is taking on a wrestling character as Braun Strowman, which Braun Strowman has a cool little backstory. Before he went into the WWE, he was a world strongman champion. So he's jacked, right? But it's going to be fun. He's going to take care of him. Most likely, Tyson Fury's going to get the W and collect the paycheck in between now and the fight with Wilder, which I think is just a good move for him financially. But it's a cool little storyline because they gave Tyson Fury the mic, and Tyson can cut a promo with the best of them. So it was a fun one. Did you watch the Joker movie, bro?
I haven't yet.
No?
Have you?
Oh God.
Okay, but
I don't want to give it away.
Okay, no. So
have you read
let me
plot?
ask you the questions because all right, so it's a mixed review and none of it is bad. I've probably heard one or two people that are idiots. Number one, you can't fall asleep during the storyline, right? Because movies like that, you have to pay attention to storyline. So there's two things. People say it's either way too dark, or it's too I don't know. It's too weird.
Let me put it to you like this. Movies not for children.
Right.
Number one. Number 2, it's extremely dark, extremely disturbing.
Like in what sense? Like, is there a movie out there that you can compare it to as far as dark?
Okay.
There's some dark movies out there.
There is. And it's not like gory. It's not.
Because on there it says intensely gory.
It's not.
What?
It's not.
Okay, so like, do you see some heads roll?
No.
Oh, that sucks.
John Wick is way more gory.
Who?
John Wick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's way more graphic. So it's disturbing because it has a lot to do with mental health.
Okay.
And it's the way I put it to it's. Have you ever seen the movie Taxi Driver?
I mean, I've heard that on the radio for the past 2-3 weeks that they're comparing it to that movie.
Well, it's shot very similar. It's
Okay.
it's different, completely different story.
Right.
But you can tell that the director might as well have been Martin Scorsese because it's shot like a Martin Scorsese movie. Like, he's not like the screenplay and the story is nothing like Taxi Driver.
It's just the
griminess of like old New York.
Yeah,
is there.
I like that.
You know, it's there, and it's just one of those things where it's an intense movie, and it's difficult to watch because of the subject matter. Like, does he kill people? Yes, right. Like, it's the Joker, of course, right? But the killing is not as bad as you would think.
Okay, the reasons for it weren't as bad as people would think.
No, because I've seen worse on screen.
Okay,
like if you've watched any of the Hostile movies or if you've watched any Saw movie, there's way more gore in those movies.
I gotcha. Okay.
Than in the Joker.
Okay.
But what makes it fucked up? It's the subject behind it. Like, there's a lot of shit that's paralleled with what's happening in today's world, especially when it comes to like mass shootings.
Really?
And like mental health.
So it's like thoughts come into his head and he starts to like...
Bro.
Really?
Bro.
Oh, man.
Like, it's... Like, the way I put it is like a mix between like Taxi Driver, Shutter Island, and what's that movie?
Shutter Island was kind of weird. I didn't like it.
It is weird, but like...
Is that the one with the DiCaprio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you're not sure what's reality and what's not.
Right.
It's kind of like that. But it's really, really well done. And I'm gonna go watch it a second time because there's a lot of information in that movie.
Oh.
But it's super dark and it's like on the way home, me and my wife were driving. Like, you know, sometimes you just don't play music and you're just driving.
Yeah, so you know it was serious.
And then we like every 5 minutes we're trying. What the fuck did we just watch? And then she goes, I know. And then we're driving some more. And then she goes, babe. And I'm like, I fucking know. Bro, and you know how I know the movie was intense?
Oh, damn.
Like, we're walking into the theater and there's signs all over the place. No bags, no masks, no cosplay. If you wear a hat, it has to be of a sports team. You can't have anything that goes over your face to change your identity. Like, no weapons in the theater. Like, they were like legit scared somebody was going to do something.
Wow. So,
this is like one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Like, go on a Tuesday morning at like 10 a.m. or something to watch this movie, basically.
No, you can go whenever, but it's like, I don't think anything's going to happen at this point. If not, it would have happened already. You know what I'm saying? But the way I think about it is like, this is such a good movie. It's a work of art, first of all. It's just really dark, really disturbing. It makes you think. And it like, you can see how, at least the way they write the Joker, you can see why he became the Joker.
I heard even his laugh is creepy as...
Bro, like the whole thing.
Like, it's kind of like Scooby?
No, bro, it's painful.
Wow. Dang.
Joaquin Phoenix, bro, like...
What a great actor.
If he doesn't fucking win the Oscar, I am going to fucking...
Okay, here's my other question to you about this movie, because you just... I've heard mixed... And this is what I was trying to remember. Who is a better Joker? Is it Heath Ledger or Joaquin? Right? And let's put it into context. Because this movie wasn't as based Batman plotty as far as scenery, yes, Gotham, but it didn't follow like the plot from what I hear.
If you're deep into like actual DC universe and the different eras, it touches into the more modern era